It's quite unfortunate that many people will complete their life without knowing what it feels like to be born again, to be born twice. Spiritual rebirth. I'm not talking about born again as described in the Bible, accepting the Holy Spirit and blah blah blah. No. But I'm borrowing a concept from it. In fact, in Greek, it's called metanoia. That's the Greek word for it. Metanoia. Total change of heart. That is, if you totally transform, we can draw a line from the moment you change and say that your life is divided into two. And the two people cannot be compared. A time when you were a totally different person and a time where you have made a great change for good. And this is a conscious decision. And that's why I'm making this video, so that somebody out there will have this conscious decision. Metanoia. Total change of heart. Do you know that when I was young, I used to have hot temper? Eventually, I figured out later that it's because of the high testosterone. Look at this. I have high testosterone. I've explained how to read palms. I was exposed to high testosterone in the womb, so I have it. So it's and then it's related to genotype. All right, my genotype is AA, which means I have malaria often. But then AA comes with hot temper. I used to have hot temper when I was. Oh, geez. Anybody that knows me when I was young can tell you. They might even be here to drop it in the comment. I used to have hot temper. Because of that, I was fighting every day. Every blessed day, I'm in a fight with somebody. If you want fight, nah, remove shirt. We are ready. We die today. And then I was small. I was not always big. I was small for a long time till it's just within 1 year that I just added height. So me being small makes people underestimate me, and I always want to prove that I'm not somebody you can. So I had this short man syndrome. I'm not short in real life now. I'm actually very tall now. But for the longest time, until I was 17, 18, I was really a small guy. Until I start fighting. When I start fighting, it will be like saying that 3 or 4 people, they beat you. And if they beat you here. I used to be very hot-tempered when I was young. It dragged on and on and on. It became a problem to me because at the point I found out that this was a problem. I started researching, how do I change this? This was the first time I came in contact with meditation, how to meditate. It was from research of how to stop hot temper, causes of hot temper and so on. I found out meditation. Because once this hot temper comes, I can't remember any other thing except to finish the fight. We need to finish the fight. Do you understand? I don't care about how they want to settle the case. If you blow my eye, I blow your eye. When they are settling it, they can say, I don't give a shit about dispute resolution. We want to fight. If you win me today, just best believe that the fight is not over. Tomorrow, if I see you, I'll drop whatever I'm doing and we'll start again. I was this person. From meditation, I started changing. Then I learned a lot of things about channeling your energy. So I went and joined martial arts. That was when I actually learned martial arts. In the ring, I was exposed to a lot of violence, but it's in a controlled, the ring is controlled environment with your coach and everybody. And they started showing me how much of power I have and where the limits are. Because when I used to fight, I did not know where the limits are. Do you understand? I really wanted to test you. I want to take you to the deep waters. Let's see who's going to survive. Let's throw this punch a little more. But getting in the ring, my coach was able to take me to that deep waters where I was gasping. They will tell you to do one thing to test your patience. My coach can say, just be throwing your arm exactly the same way. Do it for me 10,000 times. If you stop, you do press up. You stop, you start press up. You do 40, 50 press up. Your arm is paining you say start again. So the whole thing was like a therapy to me. But I learned it out of research. That I need to channel this energy properly. By the time I was done with martial art for a year or two, this whole violent energy has been put under control. I'm a perfectly peaceful person now. Most people even think that I'm too peaceful because during disputes, I usually withdraw myself. I don't engage in dispute. If you want dispute now, I'll just withdraw. And I've had situations where people tell me like, why are you avoiding this guy? Why not go and show? I say, no, calm down. They're not gonna know where they come from. I'm a totally different person now. My strength now is for emergency. Do you understand? I'm a very strong, physically strong human being. I know the limits of my strength now. I know what to do in terms of a fight. If I find myself in violence, I know what to do. You understand? As a trained martial artist, I know where to touch you now, you will go to sleep. If I hold you now before you count 10, you don't sleep. I know where to hit you, and for the rest of your life, you will never forget. But you can't find me in a violent situation because I will avoid the violence. I now have so much control. If you bring me now and bring me before I gain that control, we are totally different people. This has happened to me in terms of finances too. I used to be terrible with finances. I'm wasting my money anyhow. I didn't know how to make money. I did a lot of research before I figured out that it was a mentality thing. Once you have the right wealth mindset, anything you put your hand in, you will create success there. The moment I worked on my mentality, bro, my life has totally changed. So you now watching this, you can change your life too. Some of you are taking substances you are addicted to. You think you are not addicted. If you think you're addicted to that substance, wait till the dead doctor will tell you that you have 2 weeks to live. Let me see whether you can still take that substance. All that addiction will just fly through the window. You are not addicted. Many people are battling many things, but I'm telling you for real, you can totally change. Metanoia, complete change of heart, born again, born twice, spiritual rebirth, born anew. This is a renewing of the spirit. I hate the fact that pastors like to spiritualize it as if some spirit will come into you and then no. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about complete change. Let me give you an example. The father of Alexander the Great. You know why they add the Great to him? He conquered so many lands. There was no limit to his power. It was sickness that killed him. Human beings couldn't kill him in battle. But his father was also powerful. So they destroyed their country and they took away all the soldiers to slavery. His father was one of the people they took away to slavery. He served 6 years in prison. When he came back, his country was Macedonia was destroyed and devastated, and everybody was poor. So his father started talking to the remaining people. Said, "Let's gather on. I've gone to prison in these people's land, and now I understand the land. We can defeat them. We just need to change our weaponry. They are not that much powerful than us." He was trying to convince them, but they were laughing at him because he's a stammerer. He couldn't put his words out. He's a heavy, prolific stammerer. They were laughing at him so much. Do you know what this man did? He left them. He went to the ocean and lived by the sea for a year. Go and read this powerful history. He started learning how to speak. So he was controlling his words by the waves. As the waves are coming, he's controlling his words, controlling his breathing, practicing his speech. By the time he was done, he came back the next year and started giving some of the greatest speeches ever given. The speeches were so powerful that the men rallied around him and they went to war. And that was how he started creating the empire of Alexander the Great. Because eventually he became king, he conquered the other country, reunited everything, everybody became king before he died and his son took over. So what is this telling you? That the man came back and they were marveled that he can now speak. What happened? Spiritual rebirth. And you're telling me you can't change? You can totally change. Anybody that wants to succeed in life can totally change. We have seen presidents do it. Buhari started up as a soldier. Total soldier. From soldier, he transformed to a minister, transformed to a politician. Eventually became good. We saw him fail. He became good, better and better till he won the elections. We have seen many people transform. We have seen some people like Donald Trump transform from an author to a real estate engineer to what else now? A reality TV star, to an actor, to a president. Now he's coming back again. You as an individual, you are not set in stone. That's the difference between animals and humans. Animals are set in stone. A cow will always be a cow, can only eat grass. But humans, you can always change. Total change of heart. You know what you are struggling with right now, but believe me, you can totally transform and become a different person. I can see you next year and you cannot be compared with who you were this year. Metanoia. Total change of heart.